Yeah, so how do you think the NBA Finals is gonna affect this matchup?
Dude, I don't really know how, like, I guess it depends if, like, the Knicks come out and, like, suck ass in the finals after just, like, leading up to this, like,
They
whole
they have
streak.
out for like a week now, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they could.
Anyways. Anyways, Yuji versus Denji. Hi, guys. How you guys doing today? Well, of course, you know, me and JFBonken yapped for enough time on this goddamn matchup. But so I'm gonna be honest, we're at the finish line here. I would ask how you feel now versus like how we made that video then. I don't think much has really changed, and I guess we'll really see honestly post analysis wise when we
Mhm.
pause. But I don't know. I'm just fucking hyped. Okay, I just want
Yeah.
hype, raw moments, no emotion, and what, dude?
I will
It'll
say,
be interesting.
I will say, for me, I do personally think Yuji wins the matchup. Like just in general, in a general sense for me. I think he has everything he really needs, and I think the strength evens out. And I think he could react to Denji at least on their like more mid balls. Like it's really only like a 3 to 4 times like speed difference, or a little higher than that, but still,
Mm.
going off our stats, it's not enough to be like Denji just blitzes in one shots or something. And he does have the range too, I think. But for the death battle, I started thinking about this in more of a death battle sense, and usually most times, whenever a character is stronger and faster, even if they have like other things kind of going against them, they'll give it to that character. You know, I
Mm.
think the only time in like recent memory where the stronger character lost was like Ghost Rider versus Spawn and technically Kyle versus Simone. Um, but usually
Yeah.
the stronger character, the faster character, they're going to give the win to that character, even if the other character does have win cons. So I think Denji might win the episode, but I could really see it go either way. I hope I'm rooting for Yuji, so you know.
Yeah. I'm still rooting Denji, bro. I actually completely agree with you. I think they're gonna find that Denji's feats are probably more consistent in terms of like where he lands, and at least I guess it's just how they consider the world of Chainsaw Man to like really be, because they're gonna have to get into the weeds of it.
Yeah.
And if you guys watched our, you know, little podcast, I will be honest, it it really just depends on, does Denji have like a solid enough win con, and that is literally just tearing it up immediately, speed blitzing, and that's just
Yeah.
entirely dependent on if he can consistently do that. I think they're gonna find that to be true. That's what I'm gonna say, just based off previous episodes. But you know, it'll be funny when they accept Yuji to be Lightspeed with EM waves. I can't wait till they say Denji's country level with the state swords. I can't wait for all this beautiful scaling that they're gonna do. So
Definitely.
without further ado, bro, let's fucking do this. We've been having this match way too fucking
Say
much.
your prayers.
I completely forgot it was 3D.
Yuji versus
Yeah, dude, it looks beautiful.
Denji. The Vessel of Sukuna versus the Chainsaw Man. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
You know, it's kind of fun because I
Yuji
really
Itadori
do
was
wonder
one thing, he was strong. As
if
his
they're gonna
grandfather lay
consider what we
dying,
said.
He made Yuji promise
Like
to
what
help others
sections.
and not to die alone.
It'd be cool to see kind of what happened with Gojo versus Makima, where they bring up our
a
arguments
school
our
for up-and-coming sorcerers
like in
training
the
to rid
episode.
the world of
Yeah.
curses. Essentially monsters manifested by humanity's fears, hatreds, and anxieties. Just one problem for Yuji. Unlike everybody else, he didn't have a magical curse technique. Oh no, he had something way worse. After consuming a cursed finger, like a literal finger, Yuji became possessed by its original owner, the King of Curses,
Ryomen
I always love
Sukuna,
that shot.
the most powerful sorcerer in history.
And Yuji's willpower was
That's
the only
crazy.
thing holding Sukuna back from controlling his body, killing everything in sight, and taking over the world.
So
You think they're gonna bring up, oh, but what if he had Sukuna? What if he had Sukuna?
One day, he would show him a kinder, gentler
I
path.
think they will, and I think they'll just be like,
Classic shonen hero's
he'd
journey
be
if
weaker,
I've
and
ever
besides that,
heard
Sukuna would
one.
actually
Yuji would track down and
not help
knock
him at
out
all,
the
and
rest
probably
of
just
Sukuna's cursed
make it
fingers
easier for
before they
Denji.
caused any more trouble.
Yeah.
Fulfilling his late grandfather's wish to use his strength in service of others.
like he wouldn't
He'd
have
probably-
like the blood stuff.
He'd probably be in his own head while
First-rate education from the strongest sorcerer alive
Denji's
today,
trying to rip and tear
Gojo.
him up.
Gojo would teach Yuji
Yeah.
to harness and manipulate the absolutely absurd amount of cursed energy he inherited from Sukuna.
Cursed energy is basically like evil ki, and Yuji can use it to see invisible curses and enhance his already superhuman strength and martial arts skills he learned from
It's
his
so
friends,
crazy how
making
debatable
him
this
a
matchup
monster
is.
in close quarters combat.
Yuji knows Taido,
I can't wait.
a Japanese martial art
Can't wait to
derived
see.
from Okinawan karate. It focuses on agility and flexibility with the inclusion of spins, twists, tumbles, drops, rolls, and fleet footwork.
Which he combines with jujutsu techniques like Divergent Fist. Yuji strikes an enemy so fast that his cursed energy takes a second to catch up, hitting his opponent twice and messing up their rhythm.
By perfecting that timing and applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a hit, Yuji can achieve the Black Flash, increasing the power of his hit by a factor of 2.5. A feat that would require reaction speeds nearly 1,000 times
Yeah.
faster than sound.
It's basically impossible
Just like
to do
Mahito.
at will. You're so in the zone when you pull it off that it fully
Yeah.
restores your cursed energy and boosts your output to 120%.
Yuji's Black Flashes are so strong in particular, the author himself stated that 5 in a row would have been enough to instantly kill the special grade curse Jogo.
Who did this? And this? And this?
How many has Yuji ever done in a row, you ask? 7.
And that's not even the nastiest thing about Yuji's punches.
Because another soul resides in his body, Yuji learned how to target the soul.
They really know how to
itself,
run the
doing
Dukes.
damage to opponents
This
who could
stupid-ass
normally
shit.
regenerate from his hits.
Yeah, this pink-haired brat was a jujutsu prodigy, perfect for Gojo's dream. You see, it's lonely at the top.
We
and
also talk
Gojo
about how
wanted to train
like
corrupt
Mappa really
people
lucked out in getting
powerful
both these
enough to
shows.
share the burden of reforming jujutsu society.
Yeah, dude, it's
Until one
crazy.
fateful battle
Like, they're
when
really running the
Gojo
world
was
right now
sealed
with
away,
anime.
And Sukuna took over Yuji's body.
Dude,
And
I
from
can't wait for the
season
Gojo vs Sukuna movie.
well,
I want to go
admit
watch
that
it in
whole
theaters, but at the
mass
same
murder
time, I
thing
know
he was
it's gonna be like the
always going
worst
on
theater
about.
experience
Yeah,
ever.
turns
Oh, I
out
do not deny.
Sukuna's evil. Like, really, really, totally,
I don't know how the
completely,
Reze movie was, but I
irredeemably
wouldn't know.
evil.
And it
I wouldn't
also
know.
turns
I
out
didn't
that
watch it,
every
but
twist and turn in Yuji's
It's gonna be a
life was
stinkiest,
orchestrated by the
loudest, fucking
body-hopping
full of
sorcerer
Gojo
Kaisen
fangirls who
in order to resurrect
oblivious
Sukuna
spoiler
and
on what
bring
happened
about
to
the
him.
curse apocalypse.
Amazing Digital
Besides
Circus movie in
something he was completely
in a few days, by the way,
responsible
guys.
for. And so, having failed his grandfather,
Dude, that's gonna
Yuji's
be horrible,
outlook
too.
shifted.
I'm going
No
day
longer
1. Let's
would he
see.
fight to protect
Oh god,
others,
good
but
luck.
to
I'll tell you
kill
how it goes.
Curses.
And after Sukuna hopped
I've heard
bodies
horror
into
stories
Yuji's
about the,
best pal Megumi,
Backrooms
the king
movie
of
that just came
curses
out.
became numero uno on Yuji's shit list.
Yuji's defeated
Yo,
powerful
these fan edits are
disaster curses
crazy.
Like Hanami and Mahito, survived being slammed so
Something
hard
I'll
he
give that
cratered
battle
his
no matter
heart.
what, especially
And is
recently,
comparable
is
to
that their
sorcerers
edits
like
are
Maki, who
crazy.
tanked getting rammed through entire
Like, this is shit I would
mountain
see on like
ranges.
TikTok.
Yuji also learned how to use super advanced abilities like reverse curse technique to heal himself from crazy damage, like getting his torso shredded into chili. Ugh.
And in some other sorcerers' cases,
Yeah.
even regrowing lost limbs.
Though it takes a lot of energy to regenerate blood, so after going on a cursed object feeding frenzy, he learned how to manipulate his
Due to
own
the
blood to
distinction
speed
of
up
death
his
painting
healing,
wounds, you should
or
be capable of
fire like a
replicating
blood
regeneration like
beam.
Iso's regrowing
A
arm and Chozo choose
poisonous
healing holes
blood
in his chest.
beam.
All of that combined made Yuji just tough enough to finally take on the King of Curses. Although greatly weakened after his victory against Gojo,
Rip.
Sukuna was still the de facto strongest being alive. But after hitting him with a Black Flash, Yuji actually copied Sukuna's main ability.
Gojo's plan all along.
This was Prime. With it, Yuji can slice apart any surface he touches, an enemy's flesh, the ground beneath him, even the boundary between two souls in one body. Enough hits can even cause those two souls to separate.
Like a souped-up version of his normal punches.
Even better, Yuji finally gained access to the most powerful weapon in any sorcerer's arsenal, a domain expansion.
Basically, a pocket dimension created by the sorcerer where their ability will hit no matter what. No contact needed. If you're trapped in Yuji's
Oh,
domain,
yo.
you're getting sliced to ribbons.
I don't like
All
not
his
seeing any
power
calcs.
and training and righteous fury, Yuji severed Sukuna's soul from
Yeah, they
Yuji's
said
body,
Jogo.
freeing his friend from the demon's clutches. But not before offering Sukuna one last chance at redemption.
Which he rejected before dying because, well, evil. Leaving Yuji to grow into one of the most fearsome sorcerers in history.
How fearsome we
Turns out the
talking?
cursed objects that Yuji consumed made him part cursed
How strong
and
is he?
slowed his aging to a
I want to see how fast.
are out of
Fuck.
reach. Brawl.
But yeah, I just want to know how fast he is.
Training and battle experience.
He's mastered blood manipulation, can pull off black
Yuji is
magic
stronger than
at
Gojo and
will,
Sukuna by the time
and shred
Madulo
an
and
entire
Shitsuko defeats
city
like
apart with Shrine. Just
Gojo
like
creating
and
an
Sukuna
earthquake over
before
100
him,
miles
he
and
became
Sukuna
the
Big Rising
strongest.
part of
What
Shibuya.
actually makes someone truly strong? For Sukuna, it was the power to stand alone atop all others. But to
I don't think I
Yuji,
even went over to
it was the
Earthquake
opposite.
Beat.
The only reason he had survived as long as he had was because of the mercy and sacrifice of his friends.
So Yuji brought together friends and allies, new and old, to create a world eventually
Aw,
free from curses
So
entirely,
cute.
fulfilling not just Gojo's wish,
You know that one
but his
Spider-Man like
grandfather's as well.
lizard
Because
gif
if
where it's
Yuji
like
Itadori was one thing,
in the
he
sewer?
was strong.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what that edit just looked like.
Wiz,
Bro. Jane, you're early.
there
Like,
are
it's
two
always that
truths in this
song.
world, two universal constants. It's these.
What the hell are you
Life
talking about?
sucks and then
You don't know.
die.
You don't know Jane edits.
Especially for the young boy, Denji.
Not off
Who
the top of my
was
head.
so poor and
Oh, I'm
unlucky,
putting you on,
he
don't
doesn't
worry.
even know his last name.
With an alcoholic father
the
forever
death
indebted
battle,
to
let's
the
just watch
Yakuza,
those
and a
for the
diet
rest of the video.
consisting of whatever garbage he
Yeah.
could get his hands on.
It'd be
All Denji
honestly more
had
fun.
in this world was his
This
dog,
makes me nervous.
Pochita.
Who happened to
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
shaking.
chainsaw
I'm
sticking
really
out of his
shaking and
face?
crying.
Really putting the
No, seriously,
bear
where was the calcs?
interior.
Pochita
Where's my
wasn't
calcs,
an
William?
actual dog, obviously. He was a devil. Monstrous superpowered beings literally from hell that are created
I guess
by
they're gonna
and
do that more
represent
often, where it's like
humanity's worst fears.
maybe they say
In
the
Pochita's
feats,
case,
but they're just not gonna
literally
give the number
personification
until the end.
Of chainsaws.
Yo,
I mean, I
he's
guess,
So cute.
um,
Who would be afraid of chainsaws?
I'm not
They're
totally
the
against
most
that, but I
versatile
do
tool in
think
the
that.
world.
Hey,
Perfect
Ash
jumping
Williams.
trees,
Hey.
opening
I do
cans,
think that-
massacring your
Hey,
foes.
Leon.
Apparently,
think that-
Pochita had no problem with that last part,
It's-
as he and Denji
it's
hunted
best when
down
it's like
and
a
killed
balanced
his
story
devil
and
brethren.
power
It's a
scaling.
tough job, but when selling your testicles won't pay off your dad's debts, it'll do.
We'll give our
Yeah.
thoughts after.
Until Denji
Yeah.
was cornered and forced to learn about those two universal constants. Life sucks, and then you die.
But sometimes, if you're really unlucky, there's a third option.
Born from his and Pochita's contract, a literal deal with the devil, Pochita would become one with Denji's body in exchange for Denji to live a happy life.
And so the two fused into a half-human, half-devil hybrid, the Chainsaw Man, aka a one-man, blood-soaked devil-slaying machine, the perfect candidate for the public.
Are they
safety
willing,
devil hunters. Let's
like-
do this piece of work. With
I know they've done it
nothing
before,
stronger but his raging
but are they
teenage
really gonna make a
hormones,
series go 0 and
Denji
3? I
would
really
battle
wonder.
all of devil kind in the hopes of one day
I hope so.
getting laid.
He was a natural at
I don't hope
not
so.
getting laid. As the Chainsaw Man, Denji can slice through just about anything and generate new chainsaws from any surface of his body.
Or swing him around on massively long chains. Oh man, that's so cool.
It helps that Denji is incredibly powerful,
That was a good one.
capable of lifting and throwing cars, surviving being blasted through several buildings, and moving way faster than the eye can see.
And if he happens
I
to get
love that
torn
feat
apart
so
by some
much.
ornery devil, no biggie, because he can
It's a
regenerate
great
from
feat.
just about anything.
What the hell? Did
Denji
you
has
just
survived
teleport?
Being sliced to pieces, having his head torn off, being dipped in demonic stomach acid for hours, and even getting his heart ripped out.
Haven't we all? Chainsaw Man didn't regenerate his heart.
Devil's innate
Oh, no.
regeneration also
His
makes them
heart
resistant to poison. The
regenerated
violence
a
fiend is constantly
Chainsaw
exposed to
Man.
poison gas
Even
and yet remains to be
separating Denji and
unharmed.
Pochita won't stop them.
Uh-oh.
When Denji was stuck in this alternate dimension, he and Pochita still possessed a metaphysical connection.
With their stomachs.
While his healing factor can be overtaxed, all he needs to do is drink some blood and he's back to full health.
And considering that chainsawing devils apart is basically an infinite blood exploit, he almost never runs out, only limited by the violence-induced psychotic frenzy he enters in combat.
Well, he's not actually crazy. Denji might be, okay, definitely is an under-socialized moron led by his dick, but he's surprisingly clever in combat.
Almost always thinking outside the box and coming up with
Oh.
so dumb they're brilliant strategies to take on devils that should be too strong for him.
In short, Denji was the perfect soldier and was rewarded for his efforts with something that began to resemble a happy life. Aki, the stern older brother, Power, the bratty younger sister, and Makima, his boss and the girl of his dreams.
All Denji had to do to finally score with that dead-eyed redhead was to kill the most fearsome devils in existence, like the Typhoon Devil, who created a massive hurricane, or the Bomb Devil, who could blow up most of a city, or the Gun Devil, who could travel around the world and kill over 1 million people in about 5 minutes.
But plot twist, he had to kill Makima too, because she was secretly the Control Devil, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Everything she told Denji was a lie. The happy life he created, the family he made, all of it was designed to be torn down.
Yo, this was a crazy, like,
Yo,
this was a crazy few months when these chapters were coming out, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Devil she didn't like. But
It was like Sukuna dying, bro, like,
Pochita took over.
bruh.
Now, Pochi might look cute and cuddly, but the Chainsaw Devil is one of the strongest and scariest dudes in the universe, capable of tearing through hordes of devil hybrids like nothing.
More than enough to give Denji his opening to beat Makima by cutting her up into sashimi and eating her whole. A very similar solution to the Chainsaw Devil's most powerful ability.
Anything Pochita eats gets deleted from existence. Yeah, like it never happened in the first place. World War II? Gone. AIDS? Nada. Nuclear frickin' bombs? A light tasty afternoon snack.
This
Thank
is
you very
such a
much.
weird OP ability that won't matter.
Chainsaws.
Ghost your ROI worries. Ooh. Spend
I do
smarter.
wonder if they'll
Snapchat.
have that play into the battle at all, because you don't mention stuff like that without
Bring
it
that up.
mattering, you know.
I think it's just because it's such a big thing that they had to bring it up.
The Death Devil. Yes,
That's true.
Denji ate death, which means no one on Earth
I mean,
could
like,
die.
If he could kill Yuji, I don't think he'd need to eat him, you know.
Yeah.
A sweet, shy, awkward girl, perhaps Denji's one true love, except for the fact that she shares a body with Makima's sister, Yoru, the War Devil.
Who herself is in love with the greatest warmonger of them all, the United States of America.
Yoru was determined to use her love of the USA to drown the world in a ceaseless hurricane of blood.
Denji, buddy, you ever considered maybe switching to guys or something? Because every single woman you meet has tried
Literally
to
every single
kill
one.
You.
It was in Denji's
That's
climactic
funny.
battle with the War Devil that his and Pochita's
It's
bond
either he gets
became
molested
true,
or he
giving
literally
Denji
just, like,
full
they try to
control
kill
of The Chainsaw Devil's power. A kind
God
of
damn, this guy's life
Denji man,
sucks.
I guess.
Which he used
Like,
to
bruh.
kick the War Devil's ass. And she was no joke. Strong enough to shoot Pochita from across the globe with a near light speed 2-ton bullet from the goddamn Statue of Liberty. Better yet, Yoru was so powerful she turned Oregon into a sword. Yes,
Oh,
the
there it is.
state of Oregon.
Most
Crumpled
Vegeta's
the entire
Wait, what did
landmass
that
into
say?
a bird. Yeah,
While most of Vegeta's body was destroyed by the gun goddess shot, he was extremely low on blood and couldn't regenerate his arm. In the rematch with Yoru, Denji Man was tough enough to block several of Yoru's
yes,
stronger
the
bangs.
state
Okay.
of Oregon. Crumple the entire landmass into a blade. Fly it over
Where's
to
the
Japan,
numbers,
and
William?
swing it at Denji. And he matched its power.
She also
All
threw
weapons
the
made by
ima-
Yoru, like the aquarium sword, contain the mass of the object and or locale she has ownership of. Given her weapons gain more power over the attachment over the object, the state should exceed the Statue of Liberty bullet.
flag at him.
That's
Wow.
it.
On the moon.
It's over.
Oh.
You know, the moon in
Uh-oh.
space. In seconds. And he dodged it.
With the whole world literally falling apart, Pochita realized that becoming Chainsaw Man made Denji's dream for a normal life impossible.
Something Denji was always too stubborn and selfish to realize until it was too late.
So Pochita did what any good dog would do. Eat himself and erase the Chainsaw Devil from existence, creating a new world without him and leaving Denji just Denji.
But maybe all this time, Denji was enough. Being Chainsaw Man could not save his loved ones, but being Denji could.
Because, sure, life sucks.
I love this battle so
Die.
much.
But while you're stuck in between, chasing
It's
your dreams with your
fantastic.
buds can help
Say
make
that
life
again.
Worth living.
Honestly, even though everyone makes fun of both these series endings, bro, they're just so cool, bro.
And we looked a
I get what they were trying to do with that Chainsaw Man ending as well, but it just didn't. It was just too rushed.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Surprised they didn't make a statement on the weird Jujutsu Kaisen powers, but I guess they don't really care. It's gonna be invisible form anyway.
Yeah, something I'll say about the ending. Hold on.
Take your time, you know.
What? I do think it's pretty cool that in a roundabout way, themes in such way, they kind of got what they wanted, just not completely.
Yeah,
They both kind of got what they wanted.
I mean, Denji just wanted a better life.
Yeah. And Yuji, well, he didn't get what he really wanted. He kind of got screwed over, honestly.
I mean, I didn't know all all curses were gone. They deleted it all? I didn't know that.
Hell yeah. That's it.
Oh shit.
Yuji's cooked. He's
Yeah.
got no curse energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I saw that corner box.
Yeah, no, that Organ Sword, I think it's over.
GG's. What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck is that? Yo, I'm replaying that. There's fucking Liam's face on that. What does that say? Ah, whatever. I'll see it on Reddit later. That's fucking funny.
Oh man. Oh no. You're fine. You're fine. This wasn't my fault.
I've never felt such weird cursed energy like his before.
Say your prayers.
You're a chainsaw curse?
Oh no! I'm the hero to all! Kicker of asses! Magnet to chicks! Half man, half devil! Chainsaw man! Let's finish this! Chainsaw instant death technique!
Bro.
No way. They are like stuffing it with ads.
Yo, they know, bro.
I built a Wix website overnight.
The last fucking video like this got like what, 10 mil? Bro.
Yeah. No, this could be like their next big episode. JJK matchup in general just kind of do big numbers.
I mean, I'll tell you.
Wait for it.
Yo!
I realized you had two cursed energy sources in one body, so I separated them. Speaking of,
Oh. Yep, that would be, yeah. That would be how fast that would be. Come on, Pooch.
domain expansion.
Oh.
That's cool.
You messed up, baby! Pojidan are our brothers! You'll never keep us apart!
Damn. Spam him.
Domain expansion. Finally got you to stop moving! See? We can be smart too, huh?
Punk ass bitch.
What?
Whoa.
Trying.
Dismantles? Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
What? Oh my god.
I was hoping they were gonna run wrong thing, man.
A human and a curse. Brothers. You don't see that every day.
All right, Pochita. I wonder if that burger place is still open.
Of course, this guy's still goddamn fat. Well.
Reminds me of someone. You don't see that every day.
If Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong. just not strong enough today.
Let's break this down into
Can't
4
believe he got
chapters:
Gojo'd.
speed, skill, abilities,
Yeah.
and power.
Yeah, bro.
Like, once they the Gojo thing, I was kind of like, oh, it's over.
Honestly, yeah. And by the way, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I literally called the way that we were gonna do this, like structured, bro. Denji, Yuji, maybe actually probably just even, and then Yuji, and then just Denji.
First up,
It's so
who
easy.
was faster?
Yuji's
But
greatest
power
defeat
was gonna
the
be
Black
last.
Flash. In order to
Yeah.
apply cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a strike, Yuji would have to move and react at over 900 times the speed of sound.
Insanely fast.
Sukuna contends with Kashima's EM waves and Jacob's ladder, but the relative speed is unclear. He could avoided the EM waves before they were fired. Higher end calculations of the moon spear put Denji faster than both anyway.
And
Okay.
Denji dodged that
Yeah.
flag that Yoru summoned from the moon? You know, the one that's over 200,000 miles away?
Considering Denji's position from start to impact, all while in the midst of a fast-paced battle, this must have happened in a matter of seconds.
Well, lowball it and say 10. Though it'd
Wow.
probably have to be faster to use against Denji in a fight.
This means the flag must have been moving over 12% the speed of light.
Over 100 times faster than the Black Flash.
Now, Yuji has gotten significantly stronger since his adolescence, but we know for a fact that in Jujutsu Kaisen, relativistic speeds
Okay.
are something humanity has explicitly not yet achieved.
Yuka's Maharaga is confirmed to be stronger than one Gojo battle. Despite this, Dabura outsped and overpowered it with his light technique, so not even top tiers in Jujutsu Kaisen can reliably scale.
So it's pretty clear that
Especially
Denji
since it was a
takes
technique,
speed.
not
However, Yuji
Dabura's
has
natural
made a
speed.
career out of going up
Yeah,
against enemies
that makes
far
sense.
out of his league by relying on his skill.
And what a career it's been! He defeated the King of Curses all before he was even an adult, and he continued to train and master his jujutsu techniques for decades.
Whereas Denji, while certainly a clever, unorthodox fighter, would often get by due to his sheer stubbornness and durability more than anything else.
With Yuji's greater experience and
Yeah.
martial arts combined, he was definitely the more skilled fighter.
What wasn't as
Yeah.
clear-cut was who had the better abilities.
Specifically, how well they can cut each other and how well they can heal from being cut. So I guess it's their cut ability.
Both could survive pretty insane wounds, though Denji's devil healing factor was superior.
The most
Yeah.
Denji has ever healed were some
Yeah.
big slashes against his stomach.
And while other similarly powerful sorcerers like Gojo could regenerate lost limbs, Denji could regenerate almost all of his body from a single cord pull. That being said, Yuji's soul targeting attacks have done lasting damage against those with superior healing like Mahito.
Not just that, but literally
Denji's poison resistance and regeneration counter Yuji's poisonous blood as death painting wounds poison has been cured through reverse curse technique. Denji would have little issue drinking Yuji's blood or powering through
splitting
the
two
blood
souls
manipulation.
apart. That's how he beat Sukuna, and he could potentially do the same thing to break apart Denji and Pochita.
However, it's not so simple. Sukuna was already severely weakened at the time, and it took Yuji several hits to separate him and Megumi.
And on top of that, even if Denji and Pochita were split up, we know they keep a metaphysical connection when apart. In fact, they were split up when they were fighting Makaba, and they had no problem rejoining. No reason they couldn't do it again here.
However, Denji's healing factor isn't unlimited. He'll need blood to heal eventually, and the range and speed of Yuji's slashes...
Yeah, bro, this panel's
Denji
insane.
to tank them to get up close.
Even if he could, Yuji's healing factor wouldn't last nearly as long against Denji's chainsaws. But then Yuji
Yuji could
back
theoretically
off,
block
Denji
Denji's
chased him,
chainsaws
and
by
so
coating his
on.
hands in
Like an
slashes, but
unstoppable
Denji's greater
force
speed means
meeting
Yuji
an
couldn't react in
immovable
time.
object,
Pochita often
neither had
begins
a
fights by
clear
speed
edge
blitzing,
in
such as is in his
huntability.
battle with
So what it ultimately
Makima.
came down to was power. Who could do the most damage and wear the other guy down first?
Yuji slicing apart an entire city is one of the most impressive feats in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. By measuring the clouds of dust
Oh, wow.
created in his attack's wake, we can estimate he launched over 5.5 million tons of debris into the air. That kind of force is equivalent to over 3 megatons of TNT, comparable to a hydrogen bomb.
But unfortunately for Yuji, while he could cut apart a city, Denji was Oregon level.
The state of Oregon is the 9th largest in the Union by total area, nearly 100,000 square miles. By estimating its volume, Yoru compressed a mass weighing over 750 trillion tons.
Yuji's dismantle could reach wider ranges despite the dust density used. However, the highest options would dozens of times weaker than the Chainsaw Man's best feats. These feats surpass Yorozu's construction technique and
One
Kenjaku's
swing
durability.
from that sword would hit with an energy of over 30,000 megatons of TNT.
Which is like 10,000 hydrogen bombs. And not only did Denji survive a swing, he straight up overpowered it. That's insanely strong.
The bro ramming Maharaga near light speed seems similar to the gun goddess shot. However, with greater mass and similar speeds, the bullet's kinetic energy surpasses Dabura's. Yuji implied he could defeat Dabura, but was unaware of the latter's ever-growing strength against Maharaga. I mean, I will also say, it's weird because it's just like, we don't really know the display of, like, how heavy these swords are, because every time she uses them, she's kind of just like, it's never been explicitly stated, but it's just one of those things that's like, I guess it's a fair interpretation. I think they could have just done this anyway with just displaying how strong devils can really be, but I guess they consider the swords to be the weight of the thing.
Inconsistent, like the time Yoru fired that globe-spanning near-light-speed bullet from the Statue of Liberty.
Sure, Yuji's citywide dismantle was done casually, but so was Yoru crumpling Oregon. Yuji's dismantles would need to be 1,000,000% stronger to do significant damage to Denji.
Especially with Denji's OP healing factor, too.
Despite never using them, Yuji should have access to Cleave and Divine Flame. However, they both have narrow range of effect and rely on the user's cursed energy output. Pochita regenerated from being bisected by the Oregon Sword and to eat atmospheric re-entry, both countering
Denji
abilities.
takes the final edge in power. All Denji needed was one good hit to finish the fight.
Huh.
And with his far greater speed, it was only a matter of time.
What can I say, Yuji? Denji's just got that dog in him.
The winner is Denji, the Chainsaw Man.
I mean, I kind of expected that already with the with the black box, but it was a good episode. I personally have to sit with it, but JFBonken, let me hear. Come on, buddy. unless I'm...
Dude, I've been muted this whole time. I've been talking so much.
Wait,
It was bound to happen eventually.
I mean... Shit, that works. Okay, I didn't hear you the entire like rundown. So speed, oh brother, speed. Yeah, I agree. Makes sense. I heard you for that.
Yeah, no, speed makes sense. I think power makes sense. I think it's definitely fair to be like, yeah, there are, even if you don't accept the Organ Sword, there's still other feats that are bigger than some of JJK's biggest showings. Overall, I think I get it. Yeah. There's probably some things that you could probably, what's the word? Critique. There's probably some things to critique here, but I think overall I get it. I think my only wonder would be, would Yuji be able to, like, I guess, manipulate the blood outside of Denji's blood or out of Denji's body? You know. That's my only question, but I'm not fully sure how it works. So.
Yeah, does it have to be his own cursed blood?
I don't know.
Usually that's how it's displayed. Unless, he's, again, just like fucking power or something, and just like use all blood, but I think it makes sense with the regeneration that they keep bringing up, and especially the power thing. As I mentioned, you didn't reply, but I guess I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Like, I think it's fair to, like, not consider the compression feat itself, but I guess consider the weight of the swords, because, like, it's been displayed that, like, the strength of them is mostly tied to, like, how she emotionally feels, and, like, I guess by proxy, that could equate to, like, how durable or how strong it really is. It's just kind of weird with Chainsaw Man powers, because the swords never really display, like, oh, she drops it, and then it's like, oh, it slams the fucking ground, and like that, like, oh, it's like that heavy, but like, I think that's a fair assessment. Though I swear that there's bigger feats than that 3 megaton shit, but of course that's always with any series.
Yeah.
I feel like even Chogo's feat was like...
Yoru compressed a mass weighing over 750 trillion tons. One swing from that sword would hit with an energy of
And
over
like, to be fair, there are
30,000
other feats
tons of
from
TNT.
Chainsaw Man that do not get to the level of the Organ Sword, but do get pretty high.
Are still in the
Probably
gigaton
higher than
ranges, yeah.
Most things in JJK at least.
But not inconsistent. Like the time Yoru fired that globe-spanning near light speed bullet from the statue
I'm surprised they didn't bring up the mountain
Sure,
feat.
Yuji City
fired that globe-spanning near
Huh.
light speed bullet from
I
the
guess this would be his durability, so this would be like...
Statue of Liberty.
Sure, Yuji's citywide dismantle was done casually, but so was Yoru crumbling Oregon. Yuji's dismantles would need to be 1,000,000% stronger to do significant damage to Denji.
Damn.
Especially with Denji's OP healing factor too.
Denji takes the final edge in power.
I'm just proud of my
All
boy,
Denji
man.
needed was one good hit to finish the fight.
That was a great episode. I enjoyed it.
Speed, it was
I
only
think my only issue with it is Yuji's analysis felt a little rushed.
Yeah.
is Denji, the Chainsaw
Not enough
Man.
calcs. I guess
Yeah.
I know they leave it for the end, but it's just weird.
Oh boy, I
Uh,
wonder what the time is. I hope it's a Final Fantasy matchup.
Dude, it would be super to see if, like, what they come out with. I don't even know, like...
Dude, can I just be honest? I just hope it's not fucking Marvel versus DC matchup. I'm so fucking tired of them, and I'm so happy we're not seeing any more of them right now. You know, if it's a Marvel
Damn.
versus DC matchup, just end the video.
Damn.
If I especially see Superman on my screen or some kind of Superman,
Jesus. Oh my god. What's with this aggression? I've never seen this come out of you, bro.
yeah, no, I hate Marvel and DC. I hate comic book matchups. I hate comic books in general. The power scaling sucks, and yeah,
Okay,
if
well,
I see
don't
Superman
leave-
on my screen, I'm
Don't
screaming.
leave all those... Okay, don't leave all comic book matchups to the void, bruh. Like, you know, they're still somewhat, like, you know, entertaining. Like, I can't deny.
Yeah, okay. Like what?
It would have to be something, like, really crazy. Like, I don't know, like,
Like what?
Superboy
Sentry-
Prime...
Superboy Prime?
Yeah, that would be crazy. What the fuck? No! No!
Subscribe and join as a member to see
Ah.
the death battle. Thanks for watching.
I'm gonna be honest, me and JFBonken already saw this. But
Yeah.
I am, you know, I'm still excited. I just know that Superboy Prime is OP and the Sentry is impossible to kill. But
Yeah.
like by that metric in my head, it's like what's the Sentry gonna do to, like, sure, you can't die, but like what's it gonna do to kill the other guy? Like,
My only wonder is can Sentry even survive the retcon punch? Because based on what I heard, because people were trying to keep it spoiler free, they weren't trying to talk too much about it. But it's like Sentry has crazy regeneration, but he doesn't really have a counter to the retcon punch. So what happens? You know?
yeah. Like, I know the Void is some weird external ability that like lets him like just survive, but I don't know I haven't watched Thunderbolts, and nor do I know the Sentry nor Superboy Prime all that well, so I just don't know the context. Though again,
Yeah.
I think a punch that literally takes you out of the story and deletes you, I don't know.
That seems a little much.
I don't know how he's surviving that. But what? This episode at least, it was good. Goddamn. Thank God it was not as bad as I thought it was. They actually were pretty thorough, especially with the black boxes.
Yeah, I think overall they explained it well. I still think Yuji would win the matchup, but definitely that's just because I have a different interpretation of the characters. They had their argument well. They argued well, and we covered most of what happened in this episode too. So it's not like I'm blindsided or I'm confused or anything. You know, I get it.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just glad Chainsaw Man finally has at least one win. Please, Death Battle, do a Ben 10 matchup or something. There's only very few series you have to fix your reputation with. Please. Maybe an Invincible matchup because, you know, for obvious reasons. But that's about it. That's about it. Either way. Yeah. Great episode. For the next time, I don't know. I guess we'll just see. This is gonna be an episode I'm just gonna go blind and.
Yeah, I don't even want to like look at the research or anything. I might look at the G1 blog whenever it comes out, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, thank you all so much for watching. JFBonken. I always like giving you final words. What you got to say, bud?
I'm surprised that the Knicks didn't really have any play in this episode. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that that would do something about it.
Maybe. Maybe if like they compress the Knicks into a sword, that could exceed all the power in both series to you know.
What the hell are you talking about?
Bye, people.